What is a honeybee's favorite horror story? Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Wednesday, and welcome back at long last. Welcome to a brand new Winnie the Pooh game. Winnie the Pooh Preschool on PlayStation 1. First playthrough, blind playthrough. I have a few of these PlayStation 1 edutainment titles. So, depending on how plentiful their content is, we may or may not get through a couple of games tonight. We'll have to see. But thank you very much for being here. We have Dead Zergling first in chat. We've got a few lurkers. And let's press any button. Oh, I didn't do that.
Here our story begins, deep in the heart of a most remarkable place called the 100-Acre Wood. And in this forest there lives a bear named Winnie the Pooh, or Pooh for short.
Which would be me. And I'm so glad you've come by for a visit so we could... Oh, my tumbly's a bit rumbly this morning.
Now Pooh, though a bear of very little brain, soon began to think that something was not as it should be.
Oh, yes, I know you're hungry. You generally are. Perhaps there's something more? My insides are trying to tell my outside something, but neither of us know what it is. Think.
The more Pooh thought, the more Pooh was sure he was forgetting something important.
Do you remember? Neither do I. Think. The last thing I forgot to remember was Eeyore's birthday. So that must be it. Today must be Eeyore's birthday. Let's go tell the others, and we'll give Eeyore a birthday party he shall never forget.
And so Pooh went off to tell his friends the very grand news.
Now then, whom shall I tell first?
Okay, so I didn't know it was gonna. I didn't expect it to. Oh my goodness, to go right into it.
Pooh's house.
Pooh's dream.
Kanga and Roo live here.
Kanga's alphabet
Once you
soup.
decide whose house you'd like to visit, simply give it a quick click.
Eeyore's birthday party.
Rabbit's house and garden.
Rabbit's canning encounter.
Tigger lives here.
Popcorn.
Perhaps I should tell Rabbit now.
I don't know that word. Calliope.
Owl's house.
Owl's family tree.
Piglet's house.
Pictures. Memory card. Okay. Let's check out our options real quick. Let's speed up that cursor. I think that'll be a little... Is that the only option? The only option is the cursor speed?
Back to the Pooh's house.
I think I shall go home for a rather short nap.
Now, as Pooh settled in for his nap,
Oh, think. I really must think of a nice present for Eeyore. Oh, but Oh, this thinking is a rather tiring thing. Perhaps I shall dream up just the right gift.
Now, in his dreaming, Pooh dreams of climbing clouds. But first, he must get all the clouds together. The bottommost cloud tells a story with a beginning and middle, but no end at all. If you find a little cloud that finishes the story, Pooh can finish his dream.
Okay. Oh, and I could pick the level. Well, I imagine we need to do all.
To make the game quite harder than hard.
I imagine we need to do all the levels.
The story isn't all quite there, and I'm rather stuck here until it is.
There's a lot of optional dialogue I don't really want to miss, so I think that we've got to, what happens if I get one wrong?
Bother. If only this cloud weren't missing a piece of the story, I could start climbing to the top.
Let's try again.
Oh.
Here's a hint. What do you suppose you'll get when you put an apple and a rather hungry worm together?
Okay, so it doesn't really do all that much when you get one
Find the
wrong.
missing cloud piece that completes this little story and place it in the empty space. You've done it. An apple now full of wormholes.
Okay, I could not tell what this watering can was for quite a moment. What is this? Hang on, wait a minute. Is this a potted plant that's really a sock?
A tree made of socks.
It is.
A tree made of socks. Nicely sliced bread. A fine flower. Quite so. Flowers need water to come into bloom. A baby chick. Christopher Robin, hair nice and neat. Nothing but crumbs.
I mean, technically there's a plate.
A superb bit of thinking. A hot pan for frying. Christopher Robin, hair nice and neat. A jar of water. That's it. The empty jar would fill brimful of rainwater.
Okay, oh. So this is probably the last one.
A simple seedling.
You have to hover over a thing for a long time before the dialogue plays.
Christopher Robin about to take a big bite of cake. Roo with a nice clean face. Good going. Roo's face is as clean as can be.
For a bear, eating honey is like paradise. But sometimes a nap is nicer than nice. Oh, and I think I shall have one now.
Hey, Chozo, welcome in. I wonder why my meter only filled halfway. Oh. I was only halfway done with the level.
Some nice ice cream.
Stuff and fluff. The story isn't all quite there. And I'm rather stuck here until it is.
Thought you were muted for a moment. No, I'm just...
A half-eaten strawberry.
I'm trying not to talk over the game's dialogue.
Christopher Robin wearing a hat.
And sometimes
Click
it takes...
on the cloud that finishes the story and move it to the empty space in the big cloud.
But sometimes it takes it a really long time to play.
What a clever one you are. Tigger ready to dive in.
Bother.
A rainy rain cloud. A rainy rain cloud. A leaf that's being chewed. There you have it.
Okay, I think we've heard both of these before, so...
A somewhat melted snowman. There you have it. Snow will surely melt in the sun. A baby chick. A kite flying in the air. Some nice ice cream.
Some nice ice
Well,
cream.
you certainly figured that one out. A baby chick comes from the egg.
Hey, Sweesh.
A bread knife.
Thank you for joining us.
A lovely leafy tree. Christopher Robin, hair messier than not. There you go. A tree needs water to stay healthy.
Oh, it looks like there's probably a third round. That's only a little bit of the bar left, though. Maybe it's just one final question. Oh, it looks like a full round.
A fairly flat ball. Taped up pot. A fine friendly worm.
A fine, friendly worm.
That's right. The striped ball is now flat as a fritter. A page now colored. 2 balloons. Just as it should be.
Oh, we've already had this question before. There are different wrong answers, though.
Paints. A bit of tape. Good thinking indeed.
What?
terribly thirsty flower. That's right. The striped ball is now flat as a fritter. A rather torn book. Christopher Robin wearing a hat. Taped up pot.
Welcome in, Kusarigama. What is this game about? It's just, right now it's just completing the stories.
Bother. If only this cloud weren't missing a piece of the story, I could start climbing to the top.
Yes, indeed. Tape will fix the pot, though not very nicely.
It's, edutainment, so it's mostly, looks like it's mostly a selection of mini-games. It's kind of open. Oh my goodness. This goes on forever.
Can you give me a hand down, buddy bear?
A Pooh Bear eating.
No stuff and fluff.
Christopher Robin chasing after a hat. A freshly fried egg.
I feel like both of
A
these,
Pooh Bear eating.
I feel like both of these kind of logically finish this story.
A Pooh Bear eating. A Pooh Bear eating. Clever thinking.
Can you give me a hand down, buddy bear?
A rainy rain cloud.
No stuff and fluff.
A messily melted ice cream cone. Ah, that's just it. Ice cream is sure to melt in a hot, hot sun.
Frownie loves his honey.
A pretty much popped balloon. Tigger with a nice clean face. A freshly fried egg.
I do like honey and tea.
Good going. Balloons and pins simply don't mix.
And I usually use honey when a recipe calls for sugar.
A bug.
If I can substitute honey, I usually
Somewhat
do.
melted snowman. There you have it. Snow will surely melt in the sun. The wet hat. A grand bit of work. Christopher Robin's poor hat looks quite droopy in the rain.
Can you give me a hand down, buddy bear? Tigers do not like clouds, especially ones up in the air. Oh, thanks a bunch, old buddy, old pal.
Wonder how many more rounds there are.
Can you give me a hand down, buddy bear?
Didn't we just do that?
Honey. Roo with a rather dirty face. A simple seedling. Good going. Flowers and bees can only mean honey.
Can
you give me a hand down, buddy bear? Piglet out flying a kite. Two fairly flat balloons. A grand bit of work. Christopher Robin's poor hat looks quite droopy in the rain.
I wonder.
A rather thirsty plant. A plate of cookies. Quite so. Plants are sure to dry out in the hot sun.
Hey, Nick, welcome in.
Can you give me a hand down, buddy bear? A popsicle with a bit of a bite missing. You've done it. An apple now full of wormholes. Can you give me a hand down, buddy bear? And here's a fine apple.
Super Colonel Sanders teaches English.
A most windiferous wind. A rather wet Tigger. Quite right again.
We're more like learning,
Hand down, buddy bear. Tiggers do not like clouds, especially ones up in the air.
like, simple logic, I guess. Cause and effect.
Oh, thanks a bunch, old buddy, old pal.
Pooh! Pooh Bear! Oh, please help me, Pooh!
Alright, well, I'm not on an endless loop, though I feel like I
A
am.
boy about to bite into a cold popsicle. A pretty much popped balloon. Good going. Balloons and pins simply don't mix.
Can you give me a hand down, Frownie Bear?
Pooh! Pooh Bear! Oh, please help me, Pooh!
There you go. A tree needs water to stay healthy.
I like when I've already heard the description of all the items.
Pooh! Pooh Bear! Oh, please help me, Pooh!
A baby. There you have it. Snow will surely melt in the sun.
Pooh! Pooh Bear! Oh, please help me, Pooh!
A pretty prickly bush. A rather wet Tigger. Another one right.
Pooh! Pooh Bear! Oh, please help me, Pooh!
There you have it. Snow will surely melt in the sun.
It's so slow paced.
Pooh! Pooh Bear! Oh, please help me, Pooh!
A pretty painting. Ah, that's just it. Ice cream is sure to melt in a hot, hot sun. You have it. The boy has to go chasing that hat.
Sometimes the narrator knows that his name is Christopher Robin, and sometimes he's just the boy.
Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A kite flying in the air. Well, you certainly figured that one out. A baby chick comes from the egg.
Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A watering can.
Bother.
A nice slice of watermelon.
It's almost like it's a
Fairly
learning
flat
game for
ball.
children.
That's right. The striped ball is now flat as a fritter.
This game is definitely a game. Hey, people said they wanted to see me play more point and clicks.
Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A nice cold popsicle.
Bother.
An egg. That's it. A grown-up uses a knife to slice bread.
Later they specified that adults use knives. The Frownie dream universe is hidden all-time low. That's right, we're in a dream again. Oh, I think they're on the final stage.
A mostly melted popsicle.
Frownie needs to speedrun this deathless.
A superb bit of thinking. The popsicle would melt right away.
So far, I'm in good shape. I'm getting a lot of the answers right. I increased the cursor speed right away.
A perfectly pretty plant. A bug. Christopher Robin about to bite into an apple. Just as it should be. A taped-up book. That's it. Tape is just the thing for a torn book. A rather broken honey pot.
That's not a honey pot, that's a vase.
There you go. A tree needs water to stay healthy.
The honey pots have a much wider opening at the top. There's a jar full of
A
coins.
jar quite full of marbles.
Marbles.
Piglet out flying a kite.
I thought it could be stones, if not coins. I did not think marbles.
A fine job. The kite would fly quite well in the wind.
Wasn't that marvelous? I said last stage, but there's probably 2 rounds before we actually
For a bear,
acquire the bid.
honey is like paradise, but sometimes a nap is nicer than nice. And I think I shall have one now.
I'm only playing on easy difficulty right now. It said that I can turn up the difficulty to harder than hard.
Good going. Flowers and bees can only mean honey. A magnifying glass.
Like a brief glance at the
A grown-up uses a knife to slice bread.
around the hub world suggested to me that we might have to complete all of the games on all the difficulties to really finish the game.
A slice of toast. Quite right again. A grand bit of work. Christopher Robin's poor hat looks quite droopy in the rain.
What's it going to make you spell black lung? I'd be lost.
An apple half bitten. Good going indeed. The apple would have at very least one bite taken from it.
I've never been in the running for spelling bee champion.
For a bear, eating honey is like paradise. But sometimes a nap is nicer than nice. Oh, and I think I shall have one now.
Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
I think this doesn't end. I think this is just on a loop now. I thought
They're fairly full.
it would eventually end, but now I'm thinking that it just
Tape
goes
is just the thing for a torn book.
until we get tired of it. That said black lung. That's the scientific name for black lung, right? What you typed there. I can't pronounce it, so I've got to go with the
Clever thinking.
more common term.
Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A bug magnified. Remarkable work. A magnifying glass will make things look bigger than before.
Pooh Bear, oh.
That's it. Tape is just the thing for a torn book.
Oh, that's interesting.
Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A book for coloring.
Bother.
A rather torn kite.
To get up there from down here, I shall need some help. Can you find the smallish cloud which finishes the story?
Nothing but crumbs.
Nothing but crumbs.
There you have it.
Alright, well, let's see.
Click on a cloud that finishes the story and move it to the empty space in the big cloud.
I've turned up the difficulty.
Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A bouncy striped ball.
No stuff and fluff.
A mostly melted popsicle. What a clever one you are. That's it. The empty jar would fill brimful of rainwater.
Pooh,
Good thinking indeed.
Pooh, Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A half-eaten strawberry.
It gets hard to remember which ones I've heard described
You
before
haven't. The boy has to go chasing that hat.
and which I haven't.
Pooh, Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A bit of soap.
To get up there from down here,
You've done it. Autumn winds blow the leaves right off the tree.
It says a bit of soap, but that's a whole bar.
A superb bit of thinking. A nice leafy leaf.
A nice leafy leaf.
You've done it. Autumn winds blow the leaves right off the tree. A slice of toast.
no stuff and fluff.
The longest word in German, 63 letters, translates to Beef Labeling Supervision Duties Delegation Law. And it pretty much is what it says on the box.
A slice of toast. A glass jar. A mostly melted popsicle. A superb bit of thinking. The popsicle would melt right away. Another one right.
If a word's got more than 15 letters, you can't play it in Scrabble anyway. So, really, what's the point? At that point, what's the point?
A fine job. The kite would fly quite well in the wind.
Alright, so we filled out this all the way up to OK. So I'm gonna assume that means we're safe to turn the difficulty up now.
Click. Each story has a beginning and an end. It's the middle that's missing. Find the needed cloud piece so Pooh can climb to the very tip-top of the clouds.
Pooh, Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A humble bumblebee.
A humble bumblebee.
You've done it. an apple now full of wormholes.
But that's not what I chose. I chose the worm.
Pooh, Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
They didn't... Oh, hang on, I haven't heard this described
A
yet.
hot, hot sun.
Hot, hot sun.
There you have it. Snow will surely melt in the sun.
Pooh, Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A boy about to bite into a strawberry. What a clever one you are.
Pooh,
The,
oh, please.
Why, that's just it. Pooh is absolutely and quite completely full.
The speed at which this game moves does not bode well for my ambitions of finishing multiple games tonight.
Pooh, Pooh Bear, oh, please help me, Pooh.
A most windiferous wind. A fine job. The kite would fly quite well in the wind. That's it. A grown-up uses a knife to slice bread. Tigger in swimming trunks. Good going indeed. The apple would have at very least one bite taken from it. You have it. The boy has to go chasing that hat. A popsicle with a bit of a bite missing. There you have it.
Just a bit of a bite.
A comb. You've done it. An apple now full of wormholes.
Alright, we've filled up the meter all the way to okay again.
That's it. I shall give Eeyore a fine pot of honey for his birthday. And perhaps he'll share a bit with a certain someone who just happens to be me. And now I shall take another smallish nap.
Don't do that. I thought we were done. Okay, we are done, I think. We got the end of the story. Okay.
I know just what to give Eeyore. And now that I am properly napped, I shall be going. And now I must think. Who shall I tell about Eeyore's birthday next?
Pooh's
Yeah,
house.
see, look, they're all
Pooh's
checked off
house.
now. So see, there's 3 empty
Kanga and
spaces
Roo
under
live
each
here.
of these mini games.
Piglet's house.
Now, I
Owl's
should have
house.
tried to go to the
Rabbit's
birthday
house
party
and garden.
before I did any of the
Pooh's
games, but I
house.
wasn't really thinking.
And now maybe I'll visit the spot where we shall have Eeyore's surprise birthday party. Oh, look, it's beginning to look so much nicer here. And there's a gift for Eeyore, too.
Okay. So this would have been the same, but that honey pot wouldn't have been there, I'm guessing.
Won't our party be fun? I'd better tell everyone before Eeyore's birthday becomes the day after Eeyore's birthday.
A jolly welcome in.
Tigger lives here.
I took a
Owl's
moment
house.
to reset the router, so hopefully that solves your internet
Pooh's
problems,
house.
Jelly.
Rabbit's house and garden.
Alright, we've got canning, we've got alphabet
Kanga.
soup,
Tigger lives
popcorn,
here. Piglet's
pictures, family
Owl's
tree. I guess we'll
house.
just kind of work.
house. Pooh's house. Kanga and Roo live here. When you know where you'd like... Kanga and Roo live here.
Let's move sort of
Perhaps
roughly
I shall
clockwise.
visit Kanga and young Roo. Excuse me, but did you know that today, of all days, is a rather special day for Eeyore? Because you see, it is his birthday. Would you like to come along to his party?
Why, of course. Roo and I were just making some alphabet soup. If you'll help us finish 3 batches, we'll be happy to come along.
Oh, I should be very glad to help. Perhaps our friend can help with the helping too.
Well, that's me. I'm here. They broke the 4th wall to acknowledge me. I didn't know I existed in this universe.
If you take a quick look at the alphabet cookbook, you'll see that the grayish letters are missing from the soup. Find the matching noodles and pop them in the pot.
Okay, okay.
J, I, Y, E, R, F, K, G, B.
Alright, so first of all, what happens when I'm wrong?
That letter was already in the soup. Perhaps you might try another?
Okay, we'll get one more wrong.
Perhaps another other letter is what we need.
If you think you've figured which noodle letter or food needs to go in, just drop it in the pot.
It seems we need a different letter in our alphabetic soup. Perhaps a different letter is needed in the soup. Let's try again, shall we? Oh, bother. That letter's already in the soup. Oh, bother. That letter's already in the soup.
Okay, I guess I exhausted it.
Why, thank you, dear. F.
I couldn't resist getting some Shakolicious gummies. They're pretty good.
Oh, how lovely. G.
Why, the soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
It is the quantity of letter variety that determines the soupy level of a soup.
Soup's on!
Why don't we all make some more soup? A.
It tastes even better when you add a letter.
B.
It tastes even better when
I'm
you
so
add a
very
letter.
glad you came along to help.
D.
Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup.
H.
The soup looks good enough to eat. Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out.
I don't.
The soup looks good enough to eat.
W. T. S. K. R.
I don't know that.
I think our alphabet soup is all ready now. Isn't that wonderful? Let's make some more soup, shall we?
I don't know that you have to know much of the alphabet to succeed at this game. And also, every round only fills up this bar by the tiniest amount.
Inside and out.
I wonder if that's
Why,
punishment
thank
for
you, dear.
insisting upon so many incorrect answers before.
I'm so very glad you came along to help.
You found a missing letter.
Why, the soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
How lovely. The soup's done.
Games on VHS.
Wow, soup making. Let's make more.
Welcome in. Thank you for joining us.
Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup.
Well, that's a fine job, isn't it?
It tastes even better when you add a letter.
Oh, how lovely.
I know that I ate
The soup looks good enough to eat.
alphabet soup as a kid,
I'm so very glad you came along to help.
but I cannot imagine eating it now.
I think you made a super soup.
Let's do it again. Wanna?
I don't like a hot tomatoey broth.
I. Why, thank you, dear.
Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup.
Why, the soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
P.
You found a missing letter.
What's wrong with alphabet soup? The broth. I
Oh,
think
how lovely.
I don't like that thin
It tastes even better when you add a letter.
tomato soup kind of broth.
You found the ABCs easy as 1, 2, 3.
No, SpaghettiOs, no
Love to
thank you.
have you help some more.
I love soup, but I've always been afraid to try tomato soup. I know I ate it as a kid, but I've kind of lost my taste. I've just lost my taste for it. It's just like canned ravioli, like Chef Boyardee ravioli. I know I ate a ton of that as a kid, but at somewhere along the way, I completely
Well,
it became
that's
completely
a fine job, isn't it?
unpalatable to me. I can't
Hooray!
I can't enjoy it anymore.
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out.
You found a missing letter.
I like SpaghettiOs, VHS says.
T.
That's the best alphabet soup I ever saw.
That surprises me then that you don't want to
Love
go
to
for the
have
tomato
you
soup
help some more.
because they strike me as very similar.
B.
Yeah, it probably doesn't help. It looks like ketchup. I think there's something to that.
Why, thank you, dear.
What are some of your favorite foods? I mean, I'm a real meat and potatoes kind of guy. You know, like I love a good piece of steak and some steamed vegetables. Uh,
X?
you know, I love bread. I like stir fries, I like a Thai basil style stir fry in particular. I really enjoy. Um, I've got a kind of sausage soup that I make that's real similar to something they serve at the Olive Garden
I'm so very glad you came along to help.
that I enjoy, and I like making like chicken fajitas with like bell
H.
peppers and onions
Oh,
and
how
such.
lovely.
When I can make fresh tortillas.
It tastes even better when you add a ladder.
I think you made a super soup.
Uh, yeah,
Isn't that
I
wonderful?
love Thai basil.
Let's make some more soup, shall we?
Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup.
I love Thai food. Jelly and I lived in
Well,
Thailand
the
for a
soup's
while.
becoming soupier by the moment.
When we were in college, we went to
Hooray!
we did an exchange student sort of program where we lived in Thailand for half a year.
Well, that's a fine job, isn't it? N.
Jelly lived there as a kid. Her dad was
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out.
her dad was stationed there with the military, so she already had some experience of it.
The soup looks good enough to eat. You found the ABCs easy as 1, 2, 3.
Oh, isn't this wonderful? Only 2 more batches to go.
Amazed at how spoiled we are. I remember when my mom would talk about when she was younger on the farm, they didn't have bananas or coconuts even remotely around. It'd be pretty rough. It'd be pretty rough to go without bananas. I eat a lot of bananas. Hey, Derek, welcome in.
Click here. As the cookbook shows, the greyish letters are missing from the soup. Just drop the missing food or noodle in the soup and you'll be done in no time.
Food or noodle. Well, that's
S. Sausage. Z.
uh
Zucchini. T. Tomato. A. Asparagus.
love grilled asparagus.
F. Fig. G. Grapes.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're gonna be putting grapes in our tomato soup?
F. Fig.
Fig? This is a fig?
F. Fig. F. Fig. Y. Yam.
E. Aubergine.
E. Eggplant.
Alright. Well, the C is just a letter. It doesn't even have a thing attached to it. If something was not in your area, you didn't get it. I mean,
Oh,
pretty
how
much.
lovely. E. Eggplant.
How's this game so far? I mean, it's fine. It's kind of slow.
You found a missing letter.
F. Fig.
I'm so very glad you came along to help.
G. Grapes.
Yeah, you get everything from all over the world.
Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup.
I.
Why, the soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
S. Sausage.
I did. I just dropped an entire eggplant into the soup.
Well, that's a fine job, isn't it? T. Tomato. Why, thank you, dear. Z. Zucchini.
Soup's on! Let's do it again.
Alright.
Wanna?
Is there a complex plot or just cooking? It's a bunch of mini games.
Turnip.
It's an edutainment game for preschoolers, so
Gee.
it's
Grapes.
pretty light on the story. Though somehow completing mini games is supposed to help us.
E. Egg. B. Bean.
Is supposed to help us prepare for Eeyore's birthday party.
T. Turnip. P. Peas. M. Mushroom. W. Walnut.
W. Almonds.
R. Rutabaga. G. Grapes.
Rutabaga, rutabaga.
It tastes even better when you add a letter.
E. Egg.
The soup looks good enough to eat.
Thank you, dear. You know, there's no E that tastes better than an egg. G. Grapes.
Hooray!
Oh yeah, it's humid in Thailand. Yeah, the weather is miserable.
T. Turnip.
I'm a cold weather creature, so like the hot, humid weather of Thailand was really rough for me.
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out.
Mushrooms.
Well, that's a fine job, isn't it? R. Rutabaga. Oh, how lovely.
That's a rutabaga.
So why is it rude?
Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup.
Oh. Oh, he wasn't saying it's a rude abega. He's saying it's a rue debega because his name is Rue.
W. Walnut. I think our alphabet soup is all ready now.
That was some swell soup making. Let's make more.
Cold is greater than warm is way greater than hot.
Q. Quince. Why, thank you, dear. Q. Quince.
Yeah, I lived in Thailand for a short while, and I lived in Texas for like 7 years. So I've had my fill of had more than my fill of hot weather.
It tastes even better when you add a letter.
F. Fig.
It took me way too long to get up here to Wisconsin.
You found a missing letter.
M.
Why, the soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
Q. Quince.
Summer nights in Texas are gross, VHS says.
I'm so very glad you came along to help.
What's the name of this game? I think it's just called
That's
Winnie
a
the
kind
Pooh
of fruit.
Preschool. Hang on, is this a raspberry?
R. Raspberry.
I love raspberries.
Hooray!
P. Potato.
The soup looks good enough to eat.
How lovely. The soup's done. Why don't we all make some more soup?
Green Bay Packer country, let's go. Never been to Texas, Derek says. Got a few games from the library, right on.
C. Cauliflower. A. Asparagus. Z. Zucchini. L. Lemon.
Beets.
B. Beet. W. Watermelon.
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out.
I'm fine with sweltering heat during the
As
day,
soups go, you can't beat a beet.
but I hate being hot at night. I don't want the warm weather anytime.
Hooray!
M. Mushroom. Oh, how lovely. M. Mushroom.
Sister got her driver's license today. GG.
The soup looks good enough to eat.
Mushrooms.
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out.
P. Potato.
It tastes even better when you add a letter.
Why, thank you, dear.
That's the best alphabet soup I ever saw.
No,
Isn't
I'm
that
not much closer to
wonderful?
beating Dragon's
Let's make
Lair.
some more soup, shall we? Q. Quince.
I hit a new PB,
P. Pepper.
but it's really only like a couple inches further than where I was before.
C.
It's
Cauliflower.
technically progress, and it's enough to give me hope, but it's not.
Yummy! I
It,
can't wait to
it
have
wasn't
some soup.
anything very impressive to see.
J.
Why, the soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
You found a missing letter.
I've been looking for a car myself, just don't know where to start, Derek says.
V.
Q. Quince.
We,
Well, that's a fine job, isn't it? Q
Radish.
is for quince. That's a
What?
kind of fruit. R. Radish.
we just finished paying off our car.
I'm so very glad you came along to help.
So that means I'm
T.
probably due to
Tomato.
total it any minute now.
S. Sausage.
I'm so very glad you came along to help.
T. Tomato.
Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup. Soup's on!
We'd love to have you help some more.
We're gonna drop an apple in there too. And why not? We've already dropped in tons of
The soup looks good enough to eat.
Apples make soup good and sweet.
we already dropped in tons of other fruits.
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out.
I mean, we're about to drop a
W.
slice of watermelon in here.
Well, that's a fine job, isn't it?
I know. W's for watermelon.
I didn't get to hear it say cabbage.
C. Cabbage.
Don't want to miss any of the dialogue.
Oh, how
We can help it.
lovely. G. Grapes.
It tastes even better when you add a letter. You found a missing letter. Hooray!
How lovely. The soup's done.
This stew must be for
Wow,
Eeyore.
soup making. Let's make more.
And I suddenly understand why he's always so sad, Zergling says. I might use tonight's VOD as a sleep aid.
Q.
Uh,
Quince. E. Egg.
Why, the soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
Why, thank you, dear. P.
The soup looks good enough to eat.
S. Sausage.
I want to say something clever to follow that up with, but I mean, I'm half asleep from it myself as it is.
T. Turnip.
I'm so very glad you came along to help.
You found a missing letter. Hooray!
Oh, yeah. I think you made a super soup.
Why
Saw a
don't we
couple
all make
maybes
some
for a
more
car
soup?
on Facebook.
W. Walnut. L. Lettuce. L. Lettuce.
It tastes even better when you add a letter.
G. Grapes. Well, that's a fine job, isn't it? M. Mushroom.
Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup. Mushrooms.
The first one,
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and
the one with all
inside
those
and out.
board game mini games in
Why,
it.
thank you, dear.
That one helped you fall asleep.
Q is for quince. That's a kind of fruit. Oh, how lovely.
It tastes even better when you add a letter.
You found the ABCs easy as 1, 2, 3.
I've kind of
How lovely. Just one more batch, and we'll be ready for Eeyore's party.
the dice game was more exciting. I've kind of there's been a delay with the YouTube archive because I've been so slow to trim that particular VOD into a highlight video. And I tend to publish things in chronological order. So there's been a pretty big gap where I haven't updated the archive just because I've not enjoyed sitting and scrubbing through that VOD.
T. Tomato.
Anamusha Raider, welcome in. Hope you're
Click
well
here
tonight.
to make the game just a bit harder.
Yeah. Let's
Look at the greyish letters in the cookbook to see what's missing from the soup. When you find a food that begins with that letter, add it to the pot.
I don't see in what way the level 3 difficulty is at all different from the level 2 difficulty.
Egg.
I guess there's no loose letters on the board, but
Well, that's a fine job, isn't it?
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out. The soup looks good enough to eat.
like I thought for the level 3 difficulty
Oh,
that it
how
would stop
lovely.
labeling the vegetables.
Q is
That
for
we would
quince.
have to just
That's a
remember what
kind
they
of
were all
fruit.
called.
You found a missing letter.
It's not the case though.
E. Egg.
That's the best alphabet.
Oh,
I
I'm
ever
fine. How
saw.
about you? I've got no complaints.
Let's do it again. Wanna?
W. Walnut.
Yeah, that command doesn't work for whatever reason, but it looks like January 13, 2022 when I click on your screen name.
Yummy! I can't wait to have
Corn
some
we
soup.
haven't seen before.
C. Corn.
And limes?
L. Lime. Why, thank you, dear.
Why, the soup's becoming soupier by the moment. I'm so very glad you came along to help.
Just thinking about this stew is giving me stomach problems.
The soup looks good enough to eat.
Yeah, the thing is, the lime is comparatively, like,
You found a missing letter.
normal compared to some of the stuff we've dropped in here.
I think our alphabet soup is all ready now.
Let's do it again. Wanna?
I was more, oh my goodness.
Lemon. P.
Popcorn?
Popcorn.
It is popcorn. I was gonna say, I was more scandalized by the watermelon and the grapes.
Z. Zucchini. A. Asparagus.
It tastes even better when you add a letter. Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup.
Popcorn's pretty wild, though.
The soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
Well, that's a fine job, isn't it?
I'm so very glad you came along to help.
P is for poppin' corn.
Why, thank you, dear.
Soup's on! That was some swell soup making. Let's make more.
P. Peas.
Yeah, drop my eggs in, shell and all.
S. Sausage. Oh, how lovely.
Apples make soup good and sweet.
S. Sausage.
Please take this as a compliment. At first, I always turned on your stream when I noticed I was getting tired, simply because of the chill vibes, we said. Yeah, that doesn't bother me at all.
Peas.
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out.
Hooray! Mushrooms.
Why, the soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
That's...
The soup looks good enough to eat.
I regret
W.
sometimes, you know,
I'm so very glad you came along to
when
help.
games twist me into pretzels of agony.
used for watermelon.
Because a more relaxed environment is what I would like to maintain.
I think our alphabet soup is all ready now. Why don't we all make some more soup? L. Lemon. T. Tomato. Why, thank you, dear. C. Cauliflower.
Yeah. It's easy to get
Well,
jump scared
that's
if
a
you fall
fine
asleep during
job,
the
isn't
stream if we raid out.
You found a missing letter.
Oh, how lovely.
It tastes even better when you add a letter.
Q is for quince. That's a...
Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup.
You found the ABCs easy as 1, 2, 3.
Isn't that wonderful? Let's make some more soup, shall we?
Oh, we finally see a carrot.
Carrot.
Hooray!
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out. I'm so very glad you came along to help.
Mushrooms.
Quince.
I have a sleep timer on my tablet now to prevent getting woken up from loud raids.
Why, the soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
Q is for quince. That's a...
The soup looks good enough to eat.
Apple.
Even a quiet stranger's voice would do it.
how lovely. The soup's done. We'd love to have you help some more.
Yummy! I can't wait to have some soup.
Oh, how lovely. Why, thank you, dear.
That tastes even better when you add a letter.
Well, that's a fine job, isn't it?
Hooray!
I think you made a super soup.
Intruder detected. Wake up.
That was some swell soup making. Let's make more.
Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out. Why, you know your alphabet backward and forward and inside and out.
I can't think of a time where I've fallen asleep
Well,
to a stream
that's a
and
fine
then
job, isn't it?
been jump scared awake by a raid. I can't think of a specific time when that's happened, though I'm sure it
The
has.
soup's becoming soupier by the moment.
Why, thank you, dear.
Mushrooms. Hooray!
Allegedly, we're only making
Is for
3
quince.
soups,
That's
but
a kind of fruit.
That's the best alphabet soup I ever saw.
Thank you, dear, for all your wonderful help. Now we have a lovely present for Eeyore's party and some delicious soup for us, too.
alright.
I can't wait till the party starts. See you there.
Yes, we'll see you when the party begins, if not before.
And now we should visit some other someone. Oh, but which someone shall it be?
Gotta make at
Who
least
lives here?
20 servings when Winnie the Pooh's at the table.
And now, maybe I'll visit the spot where we shall have Eeyore's surprise birthday party. How very festive indeed. And look, there's another gift for Eeyore.
Back to the wood.
Won't our party be fun? I'd better tell everyone before Eeyore's birthday becomes the day after Eeyore's birthday.
Rabbit.
I think I shall go see my good friend Rabbit.
Canning.
Hello? Rabbit?
Yes, Pooh Bear, hello. I'm sorry, I can't talk now. Too much to do, you know, and too little time to do it.
But you see, it's Eeyore's birthday today, and we were rather hoping you'd come to his party. Maybe we can help you do, whatever it is that you're doing.
Who, you? You couldn't possibly help me. I mean, really, say, that must is a bad idea. Come with me.
This looks like the cartoon.
Oh, would you help me can these fruits and vegetables before the next harvest comes in? I'll pass you a jar, and on the jar, I've written how many fruits or vegetables are inside. Find the label that matches the number on each jar, and we'll be done in no time. This jar needs a label. This jar has 4 peaches in it. This jar has 4 peaches in it.
Perhaps you might look for a label to match the number on the jar.
19.
This jar has 4 peaches in it.
It might help to find a label that looks like the number Rabbit's written on the jar.
1. Try putting the label on the jar. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
I know the order that I just listened to the numbers has to have driven a couple people out of their minds. But why would you do it like that?
4,
Oh, good. And here's another to fill. This jar needs a label. This jar has 10 apricots in it.
10,
There's one streamer I've watched for years I don't dare fall
60.
asleep to anymore because on occasion they shout obscenities very loudly when something in the game goes catastrophically wrong.
That one's all finished. Here's another. This
I
jar
try not
has
to
14
raise my voice too much,
cucumbers
but
in it.
I do get somewhat
40.
animated every now and then.
Yes, that's it. Here's another. This jar has 12 strawberries in it.
12,
Perfect. Now, here's another. This jar has 17 apricots in it.
Apricots.
17,
Perfect. Now, here's another. This jar has 18 radishes in it. Oh, good. And here's another to fill. This jar has 15 cucumbers in it. That one's all finished. Here's another. This jar has 2 tomatoes in it. We're nearly there now. This jar has 19 carrots in it.
There's such a
19.
long pause between the number and the
19.
item, the name of the item in the jar. It's like he's
Oh,
forgotten the word
magnificent.
for every
Marvelous.
vegetable.
Just a few more and we'll be finished. This jar has 11 cucumbers in it. That was fantastic. Just look at all this food. I don't know how I could have done it without you.
You think he has to relabel them whenever he eats something out of a jar?
This jar
Yeah, it's a
has
horrifically
3
inefficient system.
Strawberries in it.
click on the vegetable or fruit Rabbit would like in each jar and fill the jar one piece at a time.
I want 2 Brussels sprouts. Tomatoes. Cherries. Brussels sprouts. There is 1 Brussels sprout in the jar.
Oh my.
There are 2 Brussels sprouts in the jar.
Oh,
There are 2 Brussels sprouts in the jar.
I didn't know how to be finished.
Yes, that's it. Here's another. I want 5 beets. Peppers. Apricots. Beets. There is 1 beet in the jar. There are 2 beets in the jar. Beets. There are 3 beets in the jar.
There are 4 beets in the jar.
There are 4 beets in the jar. There are 5 beets in the jar. There are 6 beets in the jar.
You could try taking some out, I believe. Perhaps if we take some out, we shall have just the right amount in. And now, if we take some out, we shall have roughly, more or less, just about, exactly what we need. And now, if we take some out, we shall have roughly, more or less, just about, exactly what we need.
This jar has 5 beets in it. Yes, that's it. Here's another. I want
Hey, Greg,
3
welcome in.
strawberries, onions, apricots, strawberries, there is 1 strawberry in the jar. There are 2 strawberries in the jar. There are 3 strawberries in the jar. Perfect. Now, here's another. I want 1 potato, cucumbers, potatoes, eggplants. There is 1 potato in the jar. That one's all finished. Here's another. I want 2 peppers,
Don't strawberries need ventilation?
peaches, pears, peppers.
I don't understand. I don't understand
There is
Rabbit's
1 pepper
process
in the
here.
jar. There are 2 peppers in the jar. Oh, good. And here's another to fill. I want 1 cucumber, potatoes, eggplants, cucumbers. There is 1 cucumber in the jar. Yes, that's it. Here's another. I want 3 potatoes, radishes, eggplants, potatoes. There is 1 potato in the jar. Potatoes. There are 2 potatoes in the jar. There are 3 potatoes in the jar. Oh, good. And here's another to fill. I want 2 tomatoes, tomatoes, beets, pears. There is 1 tomato in the jar. There are 2 tomatoes in the jar. Oh, magnificent, marvelous. Just a few more and we'll be finished. I want 8 cherries, eggplants,
You sure you don't want 8 eggplants in that jar?
cherries, beans.
It totally looks like it's got room.
That's a cherry.
But it won't let me put the eggplants in.
There is 1 there are 2. There are 3. There are 4. There are 5. There are 6. There are 7. There are 8 cherry. Perfect. Now, here's another. I want 1 pear. Plums. Radishes. There is 1 pear. Hooray! That was marvelous. Simply marvelous. I should get you to help me with some more.
Well, I'm wondering how I turn up the difficulty if it's going to start
3 onions.
giving me the higher
Here
numbers.
To finish, Rabbit needs your help filling 10 jars.
I want 4 eggplants.
Oh, see?
Eggplants.
This is more... Oh. Oh, they're a unit.
This jar has 4 eggplants in it.
If you're finished filling, just click on the lid.
That one's all finished. Here's another. I want 7 plums. 5 plums.
Oh, it tells you how many when you hover.
7 plums. 13 plums. 11 plums. This jar has 7 plums in it.
I just can't get over the
If you're
gap
finished filling,
between the number
just
and the
click
item.
on the lid.
Perfect. Now, here's another. I want
This-
5 apricots.
This stream is marvelous, simply marvelous. Thank you, VHS.
5 apricots. This jar has 5 apricots in it.
If you're finished filling, just click on the lid.
I feel like I'm in first or second grade again.
Oh, good. And here's another to fill. I want 6 cucumbers. 6 cucumbers. This jar has 6 cucumbers in it.
6.
I don't...
If you're finished filling, just click on the lid.
That one's all finished. Here's another. I want 2 peaches. 5 peaches.
I feel like this is pretty alright so far as,
This jar has 2 peaches in it.
so far as video games intended to teach counting go.
If you're finished filling, just click on the lid.
I feel like you could do a lot worse.
Yes, that's it. Here's another. I want 14 strawberries.
Hey, thank you for the
60.
watch streak, Greg. Appreciate the 30 streams. That's basically a
15
whole month.
strawberries. 12 strawberries. 14 strawberries.
Is this game any good? It's alright. I don't think the...
14 strawberries.
I don't think the alphabet game was
14.
all that good.
If you're finished filling, just click on the lid.
The counting game is
Oh,
okay,
good.
and I thought
And
the
here's another to fill.
storytelling
I
game was
want
fine too.
6 cucumbers. 6
Yeah, again, like for a piece of educational
Cucumbers.
software, as a
This
game,
jar has
they're
6
aggressively dull.
cucumbers in it.
6. If you're finished filling, just click on the lid.
Perfect. Now,
Looks like a
here's another.
CDI game for kids. It's
I
good
want
swishes.
17
Yeah,
onions.
for
17 onions.
For educational content.
This jar has
pretty alright.
17 onions in it.
If you're finished filling, just click on the lid.
Oh, magnificent, marvelous. Just a few more and we'll be finished. I want 4 eggplants.
10.
I feel like I'm watching the most terrible children's shows of all time again, Zergling says, when my kids were little.
I want 4 eggplants.
Seems like it would be more reasonable to label what item is in the jar, not the quantity. Yeah. Rabbit's inventory system is a nightmare.
This jar has 4
It's
eggplants.
like having all the books in your library arranged by page count.
4. If you're finished filling, just click on the lid.
That one's all finished. Here's another. I want
I don't think the
10
devs intended adults to play the game much.
10.
Well,
7
nobody told me not to.
potatoes. This jar has 10 potatoes in it.
So schools would buy PlayStation 1s and edutainment games. This is actually a good chunk of the PlayStation 1s sold, Chozo says.
10. If you're finished filling, just click on the lid.
That's it.
I think I could have done it alone. I'm so glad you were here to help.
Well, thanks to you, I finished all my canning. Now I'm ready for the next harvest. And for Eeyore's birthday gift, a jar of my finest preserves. I want 17 radishes. When the party starts, woohoo, I'll see you there.
And now I must think. Who shall I tell about Eeyore's birthday next?
Rabbit's house and garden.
Went to a school that had some for younger kids. I don't recall ever seeing a video game console
Pooh's
in a school.
Piglet's house. Owl's house. Owl's house. When you know where you'd like... Tigger lives here.
I suppose I shall pop by Tigger's house now. You will be joining us for Eeyore's birthday today, won't you, Tigger?
Eeyore's birthday? Well, of course I will, as sure as my name is Tigger, which it is. That's T-I-double-G-R. Of course, I gotta get my magical music machine ready first. If you help me get 4 songs loaded up, we can make some magical music at the party. Now, what the...
Magical music machine. Let's go. That sounds like fun.
There seems to be a set of pipes missing from Tigger's marvelous new music machine. Roll over the papers to hear the sound they should make. Find the set on the conveyor belt that sounds the same and put it in the machine. Now our friend Tigger is going to need some help with 4 songs. There are the 3 he's been working on, plus 1 he'll bring to Eeyore's party.
Alright, this might be fun. Our McDonald's in Australia had N64s with Mario Kart and 4 controllers. Right on. There's a surprising number of Winnie the Pooh speedruns on YouTube. It's of this specific game.
If you roll over the papers, you'll hear how the missing pipes should sound. Find the set of pipes on the conveyor belt that sounds the same and put it in the machine.
Yeah, when I was really young, the school had one computer in the library.
If you roll over
And
the papers,
then
you'll hear how the missing pipes should sound.
when I was in middle
Find the set of
school,
pipes on the conveyor belt that
they
sounds
set
the
up a
same
full
and put it
computer
in the
lab,
machine.
and then we had a full computer lab in high school too. So
If you roll over the papers, you'll hear how the missing pipes should sound. Find a set of pipes on the conveyor belt that sounds the same and put it in the machine. If you roll over the papers, you'll hear how the missing pipes should sound. Find a set of
I
pipes
need
on the
this
conveyor
narrator
belt
to
that sounds the same and put it in the machine.
go away, man. I'm trying to listen to the pipes. Be a lot easier if he wasn't constantly talking over them.
You are most magnificently musical.
Heard about video games at McDonald's. Not sure I ever saw those in person. We had a Playland playground near me, which I hear are rare these days. Yeah, we didn't have anything. We didn't really have anything like that at the McDonald's they built in my hometown.
If you roll over the papers, you'll hear how the missing pipes should sound. Find a set of pipes on the conveyor belt that sounds the same and put it in the machine.
I used to always hurry and get my assignments done, so in study hall I was allowed to play Load Runner.
How the missing pipes should sound. Find a set of pipes on the conveyor belt that sounds the same and put it in the machine.
Oh, how very well done.
Saved a couple different car ads, Derek says. Right on. What's this one sound like?
That's just it. Wait till Tigger sees, or hears this.
I don't know that I know enough about cars that I would be very confident buying one from an individual. I would, I would not be sure that I wouldn't be buying a dud.
The missing pipes aren't so missing anymore.
I don't know about either, but I'm on a budget, so I gotta wing it. Yeah, I mean, I understand.
Oh, how very well done.
I think the computer that the librarian had was an Apple, but all the others that we had were Windows PCs.
If you roll over the papers, you'll hear how the missing pipes should sound.
Oh, that's just it. Wait till Tigger sees, or hears this.
Hey, Fuzzy Boots, welcome in. I didn't have a lot of, like, games. I think the only game I really remember playing on a school computer was the Incredible Machine, I think it was called. You'd, like, design Rube Goldberg machines.
You are most magnificently musical.
I think the librarian's computer had Oregon Trail on it, but we really weren't allowed to play that more than once or twice. I feel like I remember that being an extremely rare thing. Oh, what is this one?
Let's try placing the pipes in an empty spot to see if it's a fine
No,
fit.
I want to...
The missing pipes aren't so missing anymore.
At Apple II's in elementary school, Fuzzy Boots says. Got Windows PC in 93 or 4 or something. Hey, Aiden, welcome in. Love me some Winnie the Pooh. You've come at a good time, Lynn. We've got, we've been doing a lot of them. Kind of been every Wednesday has been Winnie the Pooh games here lately.
If you roll over the papers, you'll hear how the missing pipes should sound. Find a set of pipes on the conveyor belt that sounds the same and put it in the machine.
I really detest this narrator guy.
You are most magnificently musical.
Yeah, I like Wednesday the Pooh.
If you roll over the papers, you'll hear how the missing pipes should sound. Find a set of pipes on the conveyor belt that sounds the same and put it in the machine.
Oh, how very well done.
Let's go.
How can I ever thank you enough? Eeyore's gonna be so happy. Well, as happy as an Eeyore can be, I suppose.
Well, definitely one of my favorite childhood cartoons, Yaden says. Pooh, DuckTales, and Beetlejuice. I never really watched Beetlejuice. I remember that cartoon being a thing, but I don't know that I ever saw it. I saw a bit of DuckTales.
If you roll over the papers, you'll hear how the missing pipes should sound. Find a set of pipes on the conveyor belt that sounds the same and put it in the machine.
I don't remember it well enough to remember any individual episodes, but like, you know, like I know the theme song and I remember it in a very general way. And Winnie the Pooh I never really watched or had much connection with. I decided to play these games because I've been reading a set of this guy just will not close his mouth. I am losing my mind having to talk over this guy. and
There
listen
are, it
over this
appears,
guy.
2 sets of pipes missing from Tigger's music machine. Roll over the papers to hear the sound we need. Then check the pipes on the conveyor belt for a match. Add the missing pipes to the machine 1 set at a time.
It's really game ruining having to put up with this guy. Yeah, I never had much connection to Winnie the Pooh either, though. I've been reading a set of Winnie the Pooh storybooks to my son in regular rotation.
Keep going until you found all the missing
And that inspired
pipes.
me to see how many Winnie the Pooh games there were out there, and
Back to
there's
the
a whole lot. So I'm just trying to play them all.
Keep going until you found all the missing pipes.
A fine fit indeed.
To hear the music you've made so far, simply click on the crank at the side of the machine.
Oh my, you've done it all.
Keep going until you found all the missing pipes.
Oh, just right. That's the last one. Oh, won't Tigger be pleased?
Oh, hey, welcome in, Raiders. Pixel Bro Lee, thank you for the raid. Very grateful to have you here. Sailor Panzu, welcome in.
Keep going until
Pazu.
you found all the missing pipes.
Hope you had a great stream tonight. We are playing
Keep going
some
until you found all the
edutainment.
missing pipes.
This is Winnie the Pooh Preschool. It's it moves at a rather laid-back pace. Did you finish Dragon's Lair? Not yet, not yet. I was just playing it again last night, and I made it a little further, but
Keep going until you found all the missing pipes.
I'm still working at it. Maybe next week. Maybe next week we'll. Maybe next week will finally be the night.
Keep going
I did make
until you
progress,
found
but
all
it
the
was
missing
only a very
pipes.
small amount. Playing some old NES horror stuff. Ooh. Played a few spooky games on the NES. What would count as horror? Castlevania,
Keep
Ghosts and
going until you found
Goblins,
all the missing
Friday
pipes.
the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Monster Party. Some of those are kind of horror.
Keep going until you found all the missing pipes.
I'd like to play on the NES for NES horror.
Wonderful.
I'd like to play. What is? Oh yeah, we did some recently. We did Dracula and Frankenstein and Jekyll and Hyde on the NES as well. I'd like to play Sweet Home someday.
Why, you found each and every missing pipe.
Inches and Dragon Slayer's feet in Dark Souls. Yeah, we're just matching sound effects
Tigger could not have done it better himself. That's
for this
just
game.
it. Wait till Tigger sees or hears this.
Sweet Home's definitely on the list, Yaden says. Heard it's fantastic, especially if you like Resident Evil. I love Sweet Home. Never finished it. Pixel Bro says. Yeah, I've never tried it. I've heard that it can be pretty difficult to finish without looking anything up, which is definitely the way I'd want to try and do it, but I don't know. We shall see.
Keep going until you've found all the missing pipes.
I haven't played a ton of Resident Evil games, but those I've played I do think very highly of. So I do like that style of game.
The missing pipes aren't so missing anymore.
I wander around and find items and try and figure out where to use them. I think that's this. Nope. What was that one? What's this one sound like?
Keep going until you've found all the missing pipes.
Yeah, I don't think I ever heard that whistle before. I don't remember what order these are in. Okay, now I do.
That's just the one. Oh my, you've done it all.
There's so many puzzles. There's so many of these for each round. It's so slow.
Back to the wood.
Tigger could not have done it better himself. Oh, why, you found each and every missing pipe.
I like the idea of this game. What you're saying is there's a low chance on the hot sauce wheel. I would really like to.
Keep going until you've found all the missing pipes.
My expectation going into tonight was I thought that these games would be short enough that we would finish multiples in one night. Now I'm just really hoping I can finish this one.
That's just it. Wait till Tigger sees or hears this.
I would like this game to not be a multi-night endeavor. But I have 3 of these games on the PlayStation 1. I don't know, so 2 of them are edutainment, and one of them I think is like a party game. Like a Mario Party clone. Because the Game Boy Color Mario Party clone that we played wasn't bad enough.
Keep going until you've found all the missing pipes. Keep going until you've found all the missing pipes.
Okay, I think it's this one.
Wonderful.
And this one.
How very well done.
Let's go.
That's just the one. That's the last one.
Alright, there's the second set finally
Tigger, be
finished.
pleased.
Confetti? Yeah. Night 33, Winnie the Pooh High School.
How can I ever thank you enough? Eeyore's gonna be so happy. Well, as happier than Eeyore can be, I suppose.
It's gonna be real rough when we get to the pre-calculus minigame.
Click here to make them. Ah, poor dear. His wonderful music machine is missing 3 sets of pipes. Move to the plans and hear the sounds he needs. Check the pipes on the conveyor belt. When you hear those same sounds, move the pipes to the machine. Keep going until you've found all 3 sets. Keep going until you've found all the missing pipes.
A fine fit indeed. Oh, just right.
I don't really think either of those sounded
You
right.
are most magnificently musical.
It was right. I do think this is a really good...
Keep going.
I do think this is a really good,
Oh, Tigger will be very proud.
educational minigame.
Tigger will be very proud.
I don't know that I've ever played one that
How very
that like teaches
well
like that like trains your listening skills like this before.
Keep going until you've found all the missing pipes.
Tigger could not have done it better himself. Wonderful. Oh, why, you found each and every missing pipe.
I like that little tune. That was like, I don't know, Eastern European. That tune had a very cool vibe to it.
Oh, just right. It's positively perfect. You are most magnificently musical.
That one was good too.
A fine fit indeed. That's just the one. Oh my, you've done it all.
I just wish it didn't take 100 hours to clear one of these. I don't know why but it's so slow.
Keep going until you've found all the missing pipes.
Tigger could not have done it better himself. That's just the one.
Yeah.
The missing pipes aren't so missing anymore.
Gotta keep them busy.
Oh, just right. It's positively perfect. Oh, that's just it. Wait till Tigger sees, or hears this.
Okay, probably 2 more puzzles.
I turned my back for half a minute or 3 and just looky what you've done. Stuff I couldn't. 3 more songs and I'll be ready for Eeyore's birthday party.
Never mind, 3 more puzzles.
Oh, Tigger will be very proud. A fine fit indeed. That's the last one. Oh, won't Tigger be pleased?
I hope this game has been saving. Can you imagine the horror if, like, my power went out and I had to redo everything we've done tonight? It's only been 2 hours, but it feels so much longer.
Wonderful! Tigger could not have done it better himself. That's just it. Wait till Tigger sees, or hears this.
I'd throw the game at the wall, lyric says. Well, why'd I get the confetti? That's not... We're not done. This one should get the confetti. Nope.
Let's try placing the pipes in an empty spot to see if...
It's positively a fine fit indeed. Oh my, you've done it all.
Victory. I could handle it because I'm just hanging out, Nick says.
How can I ever thank you enough? Eeyore's gonna be so happy. Well, as happy as an Eeyore can be, I suppose.
Okay, so we're done with this one. It's really weird that it doesn't automatically take us out of the game when we complete them.
Well, as soon as it starts anyway.
And now we should visit some other someone. Oh, but which someone shall it be?
Tigger.
We got 2 left. We got 2 left.
And now, maybe I'll visit the spot where we shall have Eeyore's surprise birthday party.
Just gonna check in on our progress here.
Why, it's
Ooh, it's looking good.
Like now. If I get everyone to come, this shall be the grandest birthday celebration. Our party will be so much fun. But I must gather everyone together before Eeyore's birthday has come and gone.
Owl's house. Piglet.
Now seems a good time to pay a visit to Friend Owl. Owl, just what precisely is it that you are doing exactly?
Merely sorting through my family tree. Now, was it Great Uncle Harry or Third Nephew Larry, or dash it all, this is so confounding.
Maybe we could help, Owl.
Would you? Could you? I should be so very grateful indeed.
With my friend helping, I believe we'll be done in no time at all, or even less. And then you can come along to Eeyore's party. Today's his birthday, you know.
Splendid!
No time at all, or even less.
Look at the pictures on each side of the page and find pictures on the table that match. Keep putting them in the album until you have them all put away.
Oh, my gracious! I have 6 pages to sort before this album is finished. Oh, if you'll help me get them done, I shall be delighted to join you at Eeyore's party.
Sorting photos is something you do very well.
Okay, but what if I try to get it wrong?
Do try again.
Hooray for you! I say, we shall be done in no time. Here are some more to sort out.
Oh, you've done this before. Sorting photos is something... My, but you're good at this.
Hey, at least this
Bravo!
game is fast-paced,
Show!
comparatively.
You know Owl's relatives. Sorting photos is something you do very well.
You're so wonderful at this. Let's put away some more, shall we?
I say, we shall be done in no time.
Oh, you've done this before. My, but you're good at this. I believe you know Owl's relatives even better than Owl.
Bravo! Good show!
I was going so fast I was cutting off the dialogue. We don't want to do that.
Bravo! Good show!
I believe you know Owl's relatives even better than Owl. My, but you're good at this. I do believe you did it. Sorting photos is something you do very well.
Hooray for you!
Oh, you've done this before, haven't you?
I say, we shall be done.
Oh, you've done this before.
Hooray for you! Bravo! Good show! I say,
Pooh sounds
we shall be
oddly
done in no
concerned
time.
when he says, "You've done this
I
before,
believe you know Owl's relatives
haven't you?"
even better than Owl.
A little, haven't you? Like, sounds oddly worried.
Oh, simply stupendous!
My, but you're good at this. Sorting photos is something you do very well.
I say, we shall be done in no time. My, but you are quite good at this.
Okay, round 2.
Click here to make the game just... Look at the pictures on each side of the page to see what makes them special. Find the loose pictures that match and put them in the album where they belong.
Hooray for you!
Sorting photos is something you do. My, but you're good at this. Oh, you've done this before, haven't you?
Bravo! Good show!
Haven't you?
I believe you know Owl. I believe you know. Oh, you've done this.
I say, we shall be... Bravo! Good... Oh, you've done it so well.
Sorting photos is something you...
I don't know why sometimes the cursor moves really fast, and sometimes it moves really slow.
Very well.
I don't know what's affecting its movement.
Hooray!
I believe you know Owl's relatives even better than Owl.
Well, this one I had to stop and take another look at. These are really
Hey,
close.
we shall be...
My, but you're good at this.
No, I keep hitting it too early.
Bravo!
I try not to slow down.
I believe you know Owl's sorting photos is something.
Who could be better at this than you? Here are...
Hooray!
Oh,
Hooray for you! Bravo! Good show!
my, but you're good at this. Oh, you've done this before. I believe you know Owl's relative. Sorting photos.
I said...
I believe you know Owl's relatives even better than Owl. My, but you're good at that.
I say, we shall be done.
Oddly enough, this is the most fun minigame so far, just because it
Bravo.
moves at a somewhat faster pace.
Congratulations, my fine friend.
Oh, I see.
Sorting photos.
Yep, that one took me a
Sorting
moment to
photos is
spot
something
too.
you do. My, but
Hooray for you! Bravo! Good show!
I don't think it's the... I definitely don't think it's the best
I
minigame, but
believe
it's...
you know Owl's relative.
But it's actually kind of fun to play
Oh,
when it's moving quick.
Hooray! Aha, you finished 4 pages. This leaves us with, let's see now, 3 times 12, calculate 8 less the 6. Why, well, there's only one more set to go.
Maybe the cursor slows down because the dialogue is resource intensive. Maybe.
Look at the pictures on each side of the page to see what makes them special. Find the loose pictures.
I say, we shall be done in no time.
sorting photos is something you... Oh, my, but you're good at this. I believe you know Owl.
Bravo!
Sorting photos. Oh, every picture. I believe you know Owl's rep. My, but you're...
Hooray! I say,
Oh, you've done...
hooray! Bravo! Good show!
My, but you're good.
I say,
I believe you know Owl's rep. Oh, you've done... Sorting photos is something you do. Sorting photos is something you do.
I say, we shall be done in no time.
Oh, you've done this before. My, but you're good at this. I believe...
Hooray!
I believe you know what.
I say, we shall be done in no... You're so...
Sorting photos. My, but you're good at this.
Bravo!
Oh, you've done this before. I believe you know what.
Hooray for you!
My, but... Oh,
I say,
sorting photos is... Sorting photos is something... My, but you're good at this.
The cursor moved quickly that entire
I
round.
believe
Oh no,
you
no,
know
it's going
Owl's
slow
rep.
again.
I say, we shall be done.
Oh, you've done this before. I believe you know what.
Who could be better at this?
Oh, you've done this before.
I say,
Sorting photos. My, but you're good at this.
bravo!
Oh,
Hooray for you! I say, we shall be...
my, but you're good at this. Sorting photos.
Bravo! Good.
I believe you know Owl's relative. Sorting photos is something you do very well. Oh, you've done this before.
I say, we... Hooray!
My, but you're good at...
Bravo!
Sorting. I believe you know Owl.
Let's
Most
go.
marvelous job. You have done what I could not. As a gift for Eeyore's birthday, I shall bring him a framed photo.
Yeah, a framed photo of yourself is like certainly a choice when it comes to gift giving.
Back to the wood.
Farewell for the moment, my fine friend. I shall see you once the party has begun.
Hooray for Frownie. Thank you, Zergling.
And now we should visit someone Oh, but which someone shall it be?
That game went delightfully quickly.
And now, maybe I'll visit the spot where we shall have Eeyore's surprise birthday party. It's as perfect as can be, and I believe we're very nearly ready for the party to begin.
I have to teach kids to give good gifts. Look, he didn't even wrap it.
Back to the wood.
Won't our party be fun? I'd better tell everyone before Eeyore's birthday becomes the day after Eeyore's birthday. And now, I think I shall visit Piglet's house. I stopped in to see if you'll be joining us for Eeyore's birthday party.
Oh, I didn't know Eeyore's birthday falls on today this year. Oh, dear. Whoever will make the banners and decorations, and do you suppose anyone has thought of the cake? Oh, I better get busy, Pooh Bear. Do you think you and your friend might finish my pictures while I'm getting things ready? We can give the very nicest one to Eeyore.
That's gonna be a paint by numbers situation.
Now then, let's see if you can color the picture so it's like the little picture clipped to the easel. To pick up the brush, just give it a click, then click on a color you'd like to use. Now Piglet has been hard at work on 4 pictures. When you finish them up for him, he'll pick one to give to Eeyore as a birthday gift. Purple. Light blue. Yellow. Let's color some, shall we? Orange. Brown. Black. Red.
Light red.
Pink. Green. Blue. White. Will be a great help to our friend Piglet if we can color the pictures for him. Yellow.
Why, you've become quite good at this, and quite quickly, too.
Green.
And what happens if we choose the wrong color? Definitely finished. It just doesn't even
Purple.
acknowledge if I do it wrong.
Light blue. Brown.
Congratulations. Perhaps the color
Oh.
Piglet wanted was a different color. How very nice. You finished coloring Piglet's first picture. If you'd like, you can add some decorations to make your picture more, yours.
When you're done, just click on the arrow to start a new painting. Now that you've colored the picture quite nicely,
Well, what
you
are
can add a
these?
personal touch by sticking on some shiny things.
Close enough.
How grand! If you're all finished, click on the arrow to start a new picture. Purple.
Why, you've become quite good at this, and quite quickly, too.
Green. Light blue.
It colors just gigantic chunks with one click.
I couldn't have done it better.
But is that... Oh, I see the eyes.
White.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them to the painting.
When you've stuck all the sticky things you wish to stick, click on the arrow to start a new picture. Purple.
Why, you've become quite good at this, and quite quickly, too.
Blue. Brown.
Most remarkable.
Light blue.
How very nice. You've finished Piglet's third picture.
Stick on all the feathers and flowers and butterflies and whatnot you'd like. Then click on the arrow when you're ready for the next picture.
Strap in, everybody. Yes, we really are doing this. Hey, cows, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. How goes the Pooh Bear Pandemonium? It's all right. This game is okay. Mostly, as far as like edutainment games go. It's mostly like it's sort of a variety of like mini game style activities. So they're somewhat variable in quality. You have to find a way for Frownie to play the Pandemonium games on PlayStation 1. What form of edutainment is this? How to post-it note things? Well, this is like a match the painting kind of thing, but it gives us the ability to personalize our painting by sticking stickers to it. And for some reason, it seemed to me like it'd be a good idea to see if I can just completely scale over this picture so that none of the original photo is remaining. No! Rip. Look, I've hit the image limit. As I put new ones on, the old ones are despawning. I've been thwarted. My tiling is all for nothing. Thank goodness this was moving too fast for me. So happy Frownie found a way to make the game take longer. Well, unfortunately, they were smarter than me. You've lost it early in the night stream, I see, Cow says.
I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you could take some fine feathers.
I was thinking about something Chozo said about his stream. Chozo said about his stream, he said, "This stream isn't a show. You're not tuning into this stream to watch a show. You're tuning into this stream to just watch a guy playing a game." And I find that very inspiring. That's how I like to think about my stream.
If you're all finished, click on the arrow to start a new picture. Green.
I'm not an entertainer.
And quite quickly too.
Yellow. Light blue.
Most remarkable.
Pink. Purple.
No victory.
Oh my! That's one of the nicest paintings I never did. This will be a perfect gift for Eeyore.
They didn't let us sticker the final one. Alright.
To make the game quite harder than hard.
Why did it play the cutscene? We haven't even filled up the OK bar. We're not even close to done.
Light blue.
Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too. Congratulations.
Green. Pink.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine... Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
Purple.
Very good indeed.
Green. Light blue.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnot. Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
No, I thought I hit the green.
Yellow. Orange. Red.
I couldn't have done it better.
Purple. Yellow. Brown.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can... Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
Blue. Yellow.
How wonderful.
Purple. Light blue. Light blue.
Congratulations.
Orange.
Why, I do believe you've finished.
Oh, please, keep painting. I was just on my way out.
Feels so ironic hearing Pooh Bear say the word quickly in this game.
And now, if you're ready to begin painting, pick up the brush and click on
It saw what I did to the previous picture. Yeah, I had my sticker privileges revoked for my poor behavior.
Light blue. Orange.
Orange.
Brown. Red.
How wonderful.
Oh, I messed up the shirt.
Baloo.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them to the painting.
When I watch speedrunners, most of the time I don't even know what's going on. I thought I did okay at games until then.
Let's color some, shall we?
I wish I had Pooh to tell me I was good at things as a child, Cal says.
We'll be a great help to our friend Piglet if we...
Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
Purple. Light blue.
Well, Pooh Bear
Most
is
remarkable.
sort of exceedingly complimentary.
Yellow. Red. Yellow.
I can't tell.
Yellow.
Oh.
Pink. Brown.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them. Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
Orange.
I couldn't have done it better.
White.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feather.
Okay, this is probably the last one.
This. And quite quickly, too.
Light blue.
Oh, it's orange. It's a Magikarp.
Very good indeed.
Orange.
Why, I do believe you've finished.
Oh my, you are such a very fine artist. I do hope you'll keep painting.
Yeah, no backseating narrator. Kind of impressive how many times this game uses purple. I'm all for it.
Click here to make the game quite harder than hard.
He's a bear of very little brain. This is hard stuff for him. Going so fast must be impressive.
Color the rather large picture like the rather small one Piglet has already painted. Take the brush to a color you'd like to add and click. Click again on the spot you'd like to color. Brown.
Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
Yellow.
I couldn't have done it better.
Red.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine...
Did you know that...
Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
Blue. Blue. Yellow.
Most remarkable.
White.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine... Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
Light blue. Brown.
Congratulations.
Blue. Red.
Very good indeed.
Yellow.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them to the painting. Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
Green.
Oh, games 100% can backseat the
How
player.
wonderful.
I've heard some horror stories about some modern games
Yellow.
spoiling their own puzzle solutions instead of letting the
Very
players
good
work them out.
indeed.
Yellow. Light blue. Yellow.
Why, I do believe you've finished.
I am so happy that an artist such as yourself enjoys my paints as much as I enjoy my paints. Keep up the good work.
Light blue. Did you know that blue?
Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
Yellow. Brown.
How wonderful.
Did you know that blue and yellow mixed together make green? Light blue.
Most remarkable. Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine...
Now, purple.
Why, you've become quite good at this. And quite quickly, too.
Purple. Blue. Purple. Light blue.
I mean, I can't really give very good specific examples because I don't play these types of games, but I've heard that there are situations in some more recent games where if the player comes across a puzzle and takes too long to solve it, that a character in the game will basically tell you the solution.
You can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them to
instead of letting you hang out and like figure it out on your own.
How grand. If you're all finished, click on the arrow to start a new picture. Now that you've colored the picture quite nicely, did you know that blue and white mixed together make light blue?
Hey, Mandrew, welcome in.
White. Pink.
I couldn't have done it better.
Red. Red and white mixed together make pink. Orange.
Very good indeed.
Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Ah.
Brown.
I missed the tree trunks.
Why, I do believe you've finished. Why, you've become quite...
Now, purple comes from adding blue to red.
Why that fun fact?
White.
Purple comes from adding blue to red. Like, we don't mix paints in this game though.
If you mix red with yellow,
I couldn't have done it better.
Light blue.
That's irrelevant to the world of this game.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them to the painting.
When you're quite done with this one...
Spoiling mechanics is why I never played the Horizon games. My wife did. I watched her. The character would not stop spoiling everything.
Now that you've colored the picture quite nicely, you can add a personal touch by sticking on some shiny things.
Yeah, I haven't experienced any examples. I've only heard it secondhand.
Very talented indeed. Why don't you paint some more?
So that's why I held off on naming anything. I think that I think I heard that that's a problem in one
You
of
need
the
the brush
modern
to
God
use
of
the
War
paint.
games. That it doesn't let you work things out, but I could be confusing it with something else.
Did you know that blue?
Why, you've become quite good at this, and quite quickly, too.
The boy character does it too.
Congratulations.
Red.
Yeah, that would be
Yellow.
very frustrating for me. Cause I can sometimes take a very long
Very
time to
good
work stuff
indeed.
out. And I can scarcely think of a worse punishment than having a game just give up on me and spoil a solution
Most
to something.
remarkable.
Blue.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like,
It's
I could
giving
take
you
some
more
fine
education.
feathers and whatnots and add them to the painting.
Bonus education.
Will be a great help to our friend Piglet if we can color the pictures for him.
I like to sit and learn stuff. If it's vague, it's part of the fun.
Why, you've become quite good at this, and quite quickly, too.
I mean, there are definitely points where, like,
Yellow.
you know, I think everyone has a breaking point.
Congratulations.
Like there are definitely points where I'll seek outside help if I'm stuck for too long, but
Did you know that blue and white mixed together make light blue?
I couldn't have done it better.
I do seem to be a bit
Purple.
inhuman in how high my tolerance for being stuck can be.
Orange. Blue.
How wonderful.
White. Yellow.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them to the painting. Why, you've become quite good at this, and quite quickly, too.
Light blue. Yellow.
How wonderful.
Would this actually be more difficult, like, if you were
Brown.
colorblind? Like,
Purple.
the thing is, like, we're not being told what colors to use. We're being told to match the colors. So, like, I assume if you had difficulty distinguishing a color up here, that it would still, like, they would still match, right? Like, if something was, like, off up here, then it would still be off down
Purple.
here. So,
If you're done coloring, perhaps you might like adding...
I mean, I don't know,
Most
because
remarkable.
I don't have any color blindness that I'm aware of.
Purple.
But the way this is set up, I imagine that it wouldn't be too much of a
Why, I do
hindrance.
believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them to the painting. Why,
Unless you're in a
quite good at
situation where,
this,
like,
and quite quickly,
two of these
too.
jars down here looked identical, then that could get annoying.
Orange. Now, purple comes from adding blue to red. Purple.
I couldn't have done it better.
Green. Did you know that blue,
Congratulations.
green, blue, white, pink, green,
Very good indeed.
yellow,
Oh, I can get some coffee right on. You have incredible patience, like Sark.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like,
I'm
you can take
honored to
some
be
fine feathers and whatnots and add them to the painting.
included in such company.
when you're quite...
Since you are so very good at this, why don't you continue for a while?
Okay. So I think this is the last. I think
Let's
this is
colour
the last of
picture
it.
To match the little one, little Piglet did. Move the brush to a colour you want to add and click. Click again on the spot you'd like to colour. Use spots in the paint box to mix new colours.
Look at this. I was running my mouth about how useless all those fun facts were. And look what has happened. I'm now required to mix colors.
This is where you can blend colours to get all together new colours.
Oh, I love it.
Now that you've put some paint down, move the brush to another colour and click. By clicking on top of the...
Let's go. I'm so happy to have, I'm so happy to eat my words. They're delicious.
Red.
Oh, this is fun.
Yellow.
Very good indeed.
Blue. Yellow. White. Red. White.
Why, I do believe you've finished.
It's mixing time.
Fine feathers and whatnots, and add them to the painting.
This game is the opposite of the Nintendo why don't you take a break
Click on the arrow to
message.
start a new drawing. Now that you've colored the picture
My dad
nicely,
is colorblind, and I have a friend who is.
by sticking on some
My
shiny
dad have trouble mixing up red and green. My friend, on the other hand, is such a rare type that he can't drive. He wouldn't have made it this far.
Now that you've colored the picture quite
So
nicely,
yeah, red
you
and
can add a
green
personal
confusion
touch. This
is pretty common. I
And quite quickly,
am given
too.
to understand.
Yellow. White.
I couldn't have done it better.
When we were living in Korea,
Red.
one of our friends when we lived over there was colorblind, and we didn't know that, and he forgot to tell us and gave us directions one day. It told us to look for this great big green awning. We couldn't miss it. That was the key landmark that he pointed out. And
Why, I do believe
well, we
you've
became very
finished.
lost.
If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them to the painting.
We eventually figured out what we were looking for.
To start a new drawing.
And next time we saw him, we were like, about that green awning. Did you mean the giant red awning? He says, oh yeah, I forgot, I'm colorblind.
Why, you've become quite good at this, and quite quickly, too.
This is where you can blend colors to get all together new colors. Now that you've put some paint...
He had told us where to find Dr. Pepper. I don't know why, but for some reason Dr. Pepper had come up in our conversation. It was something that we couldn't find over there, but he happened to find a store that had some, so we made a journey for it.
Congratulations.
Blue.
Why, I do believe you've finished.
I'm
If you'd
out.
like, you can
Thanks
take
for the
some
nice
fine
conversations.
feathers
Have fun,
and
everyone. Hey,
whatnots
thank you,
and add
Sweesh.
them to the
Very
painting.
grateful to have you with us tonight.
When you're quite done with this one,
I
simply
hope
click
you're
on the
well
arrow
until we
to
see
start
you
a new
again.
drawing.
Dr. Pepper is one of my
Now
favorite
that you've
sodas,
colored
Derek
the picture
says.
quite nicely, you can add a personal touch.
I'm
by
a pretty
sticking
big
on some
fan
shiny
as
things.
sodas go.
This is where you can blend...
Why, you've become quite good at this, and quite quickly, too.
Black. Brown.
I don't drink a whole lot of sodas, but
Yellow.
When I do, Dr. Pepper is one I'll reach for.
Yellow.
Why, I do believe you've finished.
You are so very good at this. Won't you paint some more?
Why would Dr. Pepper be under the green awning? Well, the awning, yeah, I mean, the awning had nothing to do with the Dr. Pepper. It was just the storefront.
This is where you can blend colors.
It wasn't an exclusively like oops all Dr. Pepper bodega or anything.
White.
Congratulations.
White.
Agent Picasso. Welcome in, Port Jams.
How wonderful.
Hope there's a real doctor out there and his last name is Pepper. Oh, there's gotta be, right?
Blue. Red.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take
Dr.
some
Pepper's
fine
good,
feathers
but my
and
favorite is
whatnots
Cherry
and
Coke.
add them to the painting.
But
When
diabetes,
you're
so
quite done with this
sugar-free
one,
lemonade
simply
now?
click on the arrow to start a new drawing. How grand.
Sorry to hear
If
that.
you're all finished, click on the arrow to start a new picture.
Yeah, I like Cherry Coke quite a lot too. And I really like Barks root beer.
White.
Why, you've become quite good at this. And
This is where you can blend colors to get all together new colors. Now that you've put some paint down,
most remarkable.
Mostly I drink water, milk, and coffee. Almost
red.
like the overwhelming majority
Very
of what I
good
drink is
indeed.
bottled water. Skim milk and
Yellow.
black coffee.
I couldn't have done it better.
Yellow.
And I've been working more tea. I've been trying to work more tea into my routine.
Why, I do
But that kind of
believe
comes
you've
in
finished.
waves where I'll
If you'd
have
like,
several
you can
days in a
take some
row where I'll
fine
have tea and then
feathers
I'll
and
kind of forget
whatnots
about it for
and add
several
them to
days.
the painting.
When you're quite done with this one, simply click on the arrow to start a new drawing.
What's going on here?
This is where you can blend colors together.
Why, you've become quite good at this.
It would
And
appear
quite
it would
quickly,
appear
too.
that Tigger has stolen the Charlie Brown Christmas tree.
Brown. Yellow.
Most remarkable.
White. Yellow.
Very good indeed.
White.
No, what?
If you're finished
GameStop
coloring for
just
now,
put up
why
the
don't you add
infamous
some special
GameStop
things to the
staple
picture?
and the Switch 2. They got it stapled to with the receipt on the box. I don't know what we're talking about, Board Jams. It's now currently over $1,000 US.
If you're finished coloring
It
for
also
now,
includes the
why don't you
stapler.
add some special things to the picture?
Congratulations.
Cherry Dr. Pepper, Derek says.
White.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Yellow.
I like that they made a blackberry Dr. Pepper recently, and I like that. It's really quite aggressively sweet.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnot.
Cherry Dr.
and
Pepper
add
is one of
them
the
to
best
painting.
sodas. Some people had damaged Switch 2 on delivery because the receipt was stapled into the... Oh, I see.
This is where
Oh
you can blend
no,
colours to
that's
get all.
Why, you've become quite good at this. And
That's
quite
infuriating.
quickly, too.
Yellow. White.
How wonderful.
Blue.
I couldn't have done it better.
Yellow.
How wonderful.
Brown.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them to the painting.
You are so very good at this. Won't you paint some more?
And so people are now selling
This is where you can blend colours.
Why, you've become quite good at this.
the
And quite
staple
quickly,
damage Switch 2s online. I don't know that that's a collectible. I can't imagine that's a collectible that's going to retain a whole lot of value.
too. Most remarkable. I couldn't
I
have
mean,
done
what
it
do I know
better.
about collectibles, really? But
White.
Very good indeed.
I just feel like the set of people that are going to be really interested to have that's going to be quite low.
Yellow.
Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like. Why, you've become quite good at this.
There's only one being
and
sold.
Quite quickly, too.
This is where you can blend colours to get altogether new colours. Now that you
Still seems like maybe
down,
one too many.
move the brush to another colour and click. By clicking on top of the first.
Congratulations.
177 people have bid on it.
Yellow.
Oh my.
White. Brown. Blue.
Shows how much I know.
Congratulations. Why, I do believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some... Why, you've become quite good at this.
This is where you
Oh, is this the last one?
altogether new colours. Now
The
that you
final
put some
boss of the
paint down,
painting minigame is a
move the
rainbow?
brush to another colour and click. By clicking on top.
Most remarkable.
That's like perfect design.
Yellow.
I couldn't have done it better.
Yellow.
Why, I do believe you've finished.
Oh no, that wasn't. Oh no, they ruined it.
Feathers and whatnots and add them to
Bad game.
Why,
0 out
you've
of
become
10.
Quite good at this, and quite quickly too.
Yellow.
It was perfect, and they ruined it by having another page.
How wonderful!
Yellow. This is where you can blend colours to get altogether new colours. Now that you put some paint.
Very good indeed.
Blue.
I couldn't have done it better.
Black. Blue.
Oh.
Yellow. If you're done coloring, perhaps you might like adding some decorations to the picture. Yellow.
But what? What am I? Am I crazy? What am I missing?
Brown. Color the rather large picture
oops.
like and now let's color the picture to match the
Well, you know what? That might be
You'll
a good.
need the brush to use the paint.
That might have been a happy accident.
You've become quite good at this, and quite quickly too.
Oh, I think I see what I missed.
Black.
No?
Red.
Most remarkable.
Red.
No, I have to mix some new
This
colors.
is where you can blend colors to get all together new colors. Now that you've put some paint down, move the brush to another.
Congratulations.
Yellow. Red. White.
Make some light
Blue.
blue.
How wonderful.
Make some white.
Yellow. Blue. If you look closely at the little picture, you'll see which colors still need to be added to the big painting.
He says that with such confidence.
I should think you'll have to mix some purple. Begin with red and add a bit of blue.
What? Oh.
Blue.
You hear that?
Red.
You hear that narrator completely spoiling it? That's
Why,
what I did
do
wrong.
believe you've finished. If you'd like, you can take some fine feathers and whatnots and add them to the...
That's
My,
tough to
but
see.
you are
It's
very
tough to see on my
talented
screen.
indeed. Why don't you paint some more?
I do believe everyone who should be told has been told of Eeyore's party. And now that we've helped our friends in need, we can all celebrate Eeyore's birthday together. Thanks to you. So let's go, shall we?
A fine job. You helped Piglet so he could help with the party. You can keep painting if you'd like. Or
I
leave
know.
if you
Time out the narrator. I see it, Nick says. Appreciate you not giving it away. EpiPen, welcome in. I know. This game is very poorly
Let's
behaved.
colour some, shall we?
People spend way too much on collectibles. It's why old broken stereo receivers you can't even fix go for thousands on eBay. Yeah, they can be pretty
Back to
outrageous.
the
Come back sometime. My very small home is your very small home.
I should like to propose a toast to my good friend Eeyore in honor of his birthday. 3 cheers for Eeyore.
Hip,
Hip, hip, hooray!
It's not my birthday.
It's not?
What did he say? fact, nowhere near
Oh,
it.
my word.
Thought you'd like to
Goodness,
know.
It's my tummy and I who are to blame. I suppose it was some other thing we forgot to remember.
Oh, Pooh Bear.
It's a catastrophe.
But I have an idea, or something like one. Although today is not Eeyore's birthday, we are here together, old friends and new friends. So perhaps we should make this a day for Friends Day.
That's a very good idea, Pooh Bear.
What a fine idea.
This is so much fun. Let's not have Eeyore's birthday again tomorrow.
And so it was. And since many other days were also not Eeyore birthdays, those two, they made days for friends. Piglet's house.
Oh, well, I think that's the end of the game. We didn't get a credit roll.
Owl's house. Piglet's. Who's? Rabbit's house and garden.
All
But you
the
decide whose
all
house you'd
the
like to
mini
be.
games appear to be
Whose
done though.
house? Rabbit's house and garden.
I don't know why I'm creating a save. Excuse me. I fully intend to never play this game again. I don't know what I need a save file for. Thank you for the GGs.
Pooh's.
Are you sure you gotta get going?
Pretty sure.
Thank you for making Eeyore's party the best not birthday party he's ever had. And I hope you will come back soon, as our forest is a nicer place when we have friends to share it with.
That didn't create a credit roll either. Okay, this is all still saved.
Kanga.
I think I shall visit the place where Eeyore's birthday wasn't. My, but we had a very happy not birthday, and we could never have done it without your very helpful help.
Okay, that's just the cutscene again. All right, yeah, I think that's it,
We
my
had a
friends.
most wonderful time here, because you see, any day and every day spent with friends is a perfect day.
That's gonna be our stream for tonight. We'll spin the wheel. I know we didn't get a credit roll, but we did finish the game, so.
Whose house?
Are you sure
And
you gotta get going?
Thank you for making.
That was Winnie the Pooh Preschool. Thoroughly completed. And we do have Winnie the Pooh Kindergarten to look forward to next time. So probably on Wednesday next week. We'll move along to that one. But that's our stream for tonight, my friends. I do plan to be here tomorrow and Friday. Should be a late stream tomorrow. We'll start a little bit later, but go a little longer. We're going to play Herc's Adventure again. I don't know if I need to continue my save file or if I need to restart that game. I really don't want to restart it, but I kind of think that's what I might have to do. But I'll wait till tomorrow to decide. And early stream on Friday, and that will be Disney's Hercules again. So very PlayStation 1 heavy week this week. And we'll probably do more Dragon's Lair next week. But yeah, let's spin the wheel before we head out. Let me see about our potential raid targets too. who is live and doing something interesting. Which fellow streamer am I going to jump scare everyone who fell asleep during this stream with? Yeah, that'll be a future Frownie problem. I'm happy to leave that problem for future Frownie. What's that guy ever done for me? As far as I can see, he's always just mooching off my success. And don't even get me started on past Frownie. Past Frownie, that guy's a punk. He's always leaving me messes to clean up. Alright, Wheel of Scorchin has 10 different hot sauces. We will sample what it chooses. It chooses number 2. Number 2, that is Beer Cayenne. I felt like I liked this one the first time, and then I was underwhelmed by it the second time. I know, future Frownie and past Frownie, both of those guys, they're big problems. Silly old beer, Cayenne. Yeah, I did. I thought the first time I had it, it reminded me of like a barbecue sauce. It kind of smells like a barbecue sauce. I didn't really taste like that last time, but let's see. Maybe something was wrong with me. Oh, that's spicier than I remember. Oh, what is wrong with me? Maybe I'm just weak tonight. Oh, I don't remember it being that hot. It doesn't go down really well. It doesn't feel good in my stomach. Oh, what a sour note to end things on. Alright, so we're going to head out. Looks like there's a birthday celebration going on in this direction. So we'll raid over this way. We'll say hello to Powley and share some happy birthday wishes. Yeah, continue the not birthday party. Oh, thank you for an edutainful stream. Thank you for being here, Cows. Thank you, Zergling. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Bork Jams. Thank you, everybody. Really appreciate your company, my friends, as always. Hey, Tommy, we're raiding out. I hope you got to see some of the stream. If not, my apologies. Why did I slow the wheel of Scorch and Roll down so much? I have not tampered with the wheel. Yeah, I'm afraid so. I'm afraid we're heading out. I'll have to catch you another time. But thank you, everybody. Thank you for your company. Be well until I get to see you again, and hopefully that'll happen soon. But we're all done for the night. It's time to head out. Let's go on an adventure.